This is a country I will never, ever, ever. The experience was based off my passport. So what really happened in Romania? If you don't already know me, my name is Tolu. I'm a travel content creator. So far, I've been to about 32 or 33 countries now. Who is counting? The reason I'm only here for serious business is on this page, there will always be Romania slander. There's nothing anybody can tell me. This page is not a Romania stan account. And I'm saying this page because this is my space. This is where I can actually use my voice to inform people about things they should do. So if you've had a different experience, that is totally your experience, not mine. I'm here to talk about my experience in Romania. This is a country I will never, ever, ever, ever go in my life again. I would never advise anybody dear to me to go to such country because they do not treat you as someone, especially if you're from a third world country. I don't know if I should say person of color because the experience was based off my passport and not necessarily my color or my race. So I'm not going to say as a person of color, but how they treat third world countries is absolutely despicable. And nobody can tell me otherwise. Nobody can tell me that this is not true because subsequently, after this experience, I've had at least 3 people DM me and tell me that they went through exactly the same thing. So what really happened in Romania? Why do I hate Romania so much? I'll tell you. Sometime last year, I was going to spend my birthday in Portugal. But my partner did not have a Schengen visa. So we decided, since you do not have a Schengen visa, it was kind of short notice, let's apply. He decided to apply to the Romanian embassy, which was kind of faster in terms of getting appointments and when you're going to get your passport back. Cool. That experience was great for him when he went to the embassy. Now, let's take it forward to 2 weeks later when I flew in from Dublin into Bucharest and he was flying from the UK. So I was going to arrive about 5 hours before him. I got into Bucharest and you know how when you travel European countries and they tell you EU nationals this way and I don't know, other citizens this way. So when I got to the passport control, they asked me, why are you in the country? I'm like, yeah, I came on holiday. I showed her my residence permit. Here's my residence permit. She asked, where's your accommodation? I am quite traveled. At that point, I'd been to 25-ish countries. So I know that these are standard questions. So I don't want anybody come and tell me, yeah, but they ask everybody these questions. I know that these are standard questions you're asked at like border control. So I had my accommodation ready. I had my return ticket ready, which they asked me for, and I provided all of this. They left me for a few minutes and they came back and said they were going to take me into a separate room. Mind you, I can't really recall if I was the only person on this separate line for other nationals. I can't recall right now because I'm kind of used to, if I'm flying to a country, I'm flying with other nationals. We just pass through a gate or we pass through border control. They ask you questions, which is normal, and then everybody goes their jolly way. So right now, I can't really remember. It's hazy. But they then told me to move over and wait at somewhere past, which I did without any argument. I did not argue. I did not say why. I just stood aside and I waited. Then they got across to me and told me, after they had kept me waiting for like 20 minutes, which was when I made this recording.
Immigration has stopped me in Romania, saying that because it's my first time in Romania, they have to check my luggage. Like everybody's just going past, and I'm just here looking like a sitting duck, taking me off the line, and I'm just waiting. I don't know if it's an Eastern European thing, but don't like it. I don't like it.
They then came over to me and told me, oh, they have to take me into a separate room to search my things. This was a first for me. My things, my luggage, my bags, they've never been searched before, but no problem. That's fine. Remember, we're calm over here. We don't push things. We don't argue with immigration because they're within their rights to do so. So they then take me to a separate room and search my bag. I managed to make this video of them. And after they were done searching my bag thoroughly, they went through every inch of my bag, my tripod, my makeup kit, everything you can think of that was in that bag. They went through every single thing. That's fine. At this point, mind you, no argument was made, no pushback. That's fine. They then went further and said, we would need you to take off your clothes. Hold up. Take off your clothes. What clothes? We would need you to take off your clothes. I'm like, okay, now this is where I was not having it. I'm like, why do you need me to take off my clothes? Did you find anything in my bag? I need to speak to your superior. They're like, oh, it's standard procedure for people from your country. But you found nothing in my bag. You've not even like, you know when you use this metal thing on you? You've not even searched me to check, oh, does she have anything on her? Does she, any of all of this? You just want to go. And I'm like, okay, what level of searching are we talking about? And they said they want me to take off all my clothes down to my underwear. At this point, I wasn't having it. But mind you, they're taking away my passport. They're taking away my residence permit from me. And I told them, I said, I want to have all my documents back. I don't mind going back home. I would rather go back home than experience this humiliation. It was dehumanizing. It was demeaning. It was horrible. I do not wish that on anybody. But the fact that they had no valid reason apart from we do this to everybody from your country just sounded or seemed to me like profiling. So they then brought armed people to surround the room. I don't know why this was. Still, nothing was being told to me at this point. They collected my phone. They went through my bank accounts. I don't remember everything, but eventually they stripped me down to my underwear. So literally I had just my bra and my underwear on me. They obviously did not find anything. It was at this point they then decided to return my passport to me. They're like, oh, you're free to go. And then they handed me a very ridiculous slip saying, oh yeah, if you have a problem with this, you can make your complaints, but this is like secondary searching, which is normal.
So anyway, I told her I'm not going to take off my clothes until I see her superior. And then she tries to bully me by saying that after she searches me, then I'll see her superior. And I was like, no, I would rather take a flight back home than do that without seeing your superior. So she goes, oh, that, we're all women here. And I'm like, you don't see me stripping for random women I don't even know and have not met. So she calls up her superior and he goes, it's procedure. And I'm like, what the do you mean by it's procedure? You've asked for everything. You've asked for everything. You've checked accommodation. You've checked return ticket. Anyway, they're not going to let. So okay, no problem. I was already talking to a couple of people, and they're like, "Oh, it's not right. It's not right." And then after that phase ended, they said someone else came in and was like, oh, how much money do I have? I was like, I don't have any money. I mean, everybody knows it's cashless policy. Then she goes, she has to see my bank account to know I have enough money to take it. Like, I am coming from an EU country. I know that Eastern Europe is popular for racism and whatnot, but this is right from the airport. Had like there was no reason to suspect that. They didn't even tell me anything. They didn't tell me anything. They did not. They just went straight to, oh, get off the line, come with me, come this, come that. Anywho, um, that was done. Then they give me one. Oh, after our superior came in, they asked to see my phone to see if I was recording or was calling anybody. I was like, why would, like, I was ready to give it out to them at that point. Like, you can't possibly ask me to unlock my phone. But anyway, he took my phone, he pressed the button, and so I wasn't recording. But I made a few snippets, and I would attach it like after this rant. But it was really distressing, and I don't know. I'm just dazed, shocked.
I don't know if this is normal. I don't know if anybody has gone through this without like prior things where they just pick you out and strip search you for no reason. If this has happened to you before, let me know. But because subsequently it has happened to other people who have DM'd me on TikTok and on Instagram, I know that this is a thing, and it's not only people from my country. They do it to people from like third world countries where they just randomly pick them out and search them. So yeah, we don't go to Romania over here. We never talk about Romania. That is one country out of the 32, 33 countries I've been to that you'll never find me talking about or saying things to do in Romania, what you should do in Romania. Don't go to Romania. I don't care about Romania. I don't have things for you to do in Romania because I don't want you to go to Romania. If you have another passport, probably this is a probability that you can go to Romania if you don't have a third world passport. But if you have a third world passport, do yourself a favor, save your money, go somewhere else other than Romania. If you've had a similar experience in any country at all, let me know in the comment section. Which country would you never ever visit again based on the experience you've had? It doesn't have to be immigration, could just be your experience generally. I personally had a good time in the country, but it wasn't enough to override the initial experience I had when I was coming into the country. That's my experience. That's my personal experience that I'm sharing with the world. I would never go to Romania ever again. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And if you've gotten here and you've still not subscribed, kindly like and kindly give this video a thumbs up and share if you've liked this video. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Till next week.